Hello, and welcome to our top 10 Modern Horizons cards for EDH.
Today, we're going over the best cards from Modern Horizons.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
I'm your host, BZ. That makes us the Nitpicking Nerds.
And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel because our subscribers are as charming as Toshiro Umezawa.
Disclaimer. No one is as charming as Toshiro Umezawa. But let's not waste time. Let's get into the list, shall we? We're not counting reprints, though.
Yep, so cards like Factor Fiction, which are very strong in EDH, will not be making this list.
Just like they're already here, and you know they're strong. This is like top 10 new cards that we want to share with you.
Honorable mentions go to Gluttonous Slug.
Gluttonous Slug is very powerful.
Best flavor text in the set, I think.
Best flavor text for sure, but the best art in the set that we've chosen to grab a
we gotta say this. You have to say the flavor text.
Well, I thought, yeah. Well,
if people don't know it, that would be very sad.
Yes. Well, it'll be on screen, but additionally, we'll read it to you.
No amount of salt will save you.
Oh!
That is brilliant. Oh, yeah, like we do salt. It's so good. That is brilliant flavor text. It's amazing.
Flavor text at its finest, and art at its finest would be eye cut here, because what is going on?
His eyes are so big.
It's like the memeiest face. I guarantee you, we're going to be using iKite's face in future videos.
Yes, I guarantee it too. This is one of the. I'm sad that we already did cute blue creatures because this is number one.
We might have to we have to do a redux of a series that is not finished just to put iKite at number one.
All right, so let's jump into number 10.
Yeah, the real deal. Number 10, Helia's Hall of Generosity.
Now, I think this card is better than Stronghold, Viral Stronghold, which it is based on.
But they could never know that, unless they, of course, knew that it was a land that taps for a colorless, and you could pay 1 and a white and tap it to put an enchantment from your graveyard on top of your library.
Yes, so Viral Stronghold does that with creatures, instead of paying 1 on the black. So, what I think makes it is creatures are very recurable and very easy to recur.
There's so much of it, there's not as much for enchantment stuff going on.
Yeah, and especially because there's a lot of enchantments that, like, have very strong effects that you just want, like, you want to play it every turn if it gets destroyed.
Yeah, if it dies, like, I'll put, like, even like, oh, Mystic Remora, like, because you can control when that dies, bring it back, keep using it. Like, yep. We thought that was really cool. Super unique, which gives it mad points on our scale.
I think I really like the reference in the flavor text saying that this place is this hall of Helia is a stronghold on Theros. I like that. This
whole set is like annoying callbacks.
I like
I don't know. It's like half cool, half annoying. But let's move on to number 9. Regardless, I believe this was Jumbo Commander's spoiler. Why don't you read it?
Spring Bloom Druid. This is Spring Bloom Druid. That's its name.
Great.
And it is 2 and a green for a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice a land. You may search your library for up to 2 basics, put them onto the battlefield tapped, shuffle your library.
This card is rock solid. It's another Farhaven Elf variant, except it puts lands in your graveyard and it gets 2 landfall triggers. So like in your Windgrace decks, you're just like, heck yeah.
Yeah, you get to putting that land in your graveyard, and you're in a Get Rog deck. How about you?
Oh yeah.
Draw a card and ramp yourself.
That's solid.
It's a very solid card. It's not higher on the list because this is more. This is
more of the same. It's just going to be really, really good for certain decks, and any budget deck is like happy to pick this.
Yeah, it's like you can just put this card in. Like this is a ramp spell that you can just put into a deck, but it's not like this card doesn't stand out in those kind of decks.
Yeah, it's like if you have a lot of basics, your ETB Flicker decks, this goes right in there too.
Yeah, like. That's good, but it really sticks out in the decks that really care about landfall, care about putting lands in your graveyard.
Yep.
It's bread and butter. That's where it belongs.
Yes.
It's bread and butter in those decks.
Yeah.
I saw you make a face about it.
So number 8 is a reprint, basically. It is Color Shifted Beast Within. Generous gift, 2 and a white for an instant, destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 elephant.
Now, this card is... I was thinking about this, and I kept thinking, White already has ways to answer everything. And I'm like, why does it really... So, this card's probably not that good. And I just kept thinking about, like, Beast Within is just is like one of the best removal spells in EDH because
really strong.
A 3/3 is nothing in EDH.
It's basically meaningless. That's why Pongify is so good.
Yeah, Pongify is insane because giving them a 3/3 isn't a resource that's useful.
No, I'm not worried about it.
It's like if they have a way to sacrifice it, maybe it's useful to them, but they already probably had a creature.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it. Whatever their permanent is, the best thing is dead.
Yeah, and hitting
it drops an elephant on whatever you're killing.
Oh, I love that.
Funniest card on our top 10.
It's great because like the idea of it is you give the gift of an elephant to them, But whatever, no matter what it is, whether it's a forest,
a mountain,
you drop the elephant on the mountain, it crushes the mountain, and
it's gone. It's obliterated. You can't even tell if it's a mountain.
That's great.
Yeah,
great flavor, great card.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Number 7 is another card that is like, you eventually knew it was coming. We got Tribute Mage, part of the TR Mage cycle. 2 and a blue for 2/2 wizards. This one, when it enters the battlefield, you search for an artifact with mana cost 2.
So
we named some artifacts that have mana cost 2 that are really good that I wanted to draw.
You can get signets. You can get
Altar of Dimension.
I think the best one you can get is Scepter for comboing if you're in a combo deck with your
Winter Orb.
Winter Orb. I mean, I'm fine with
Sword of the Meek.
Sword of the Meek.
Baleful Strix.
And you can get number 6.
The Talisman cycle, which up until now was not a full cycle, but it is now a full cycle.
Talismans, they tap for a colorless for free, or you tap them and you get one of the colors, depending on, so they're enemy colors, these ones.
Yep.
So you get one of the enemy colors and they deal 1 damage to you.
And as Joe did not mention, they are 2 mana.
They have 2 mana.
Joe hates saying the mana cost.
I don't know why. They're just like signets. In fact, they're as good as signets in almost every case.
They're just. I mean, signets are definitely better, but these are very good.
Yeah, and like most times when you play signets, you're also going to want to play the Talisman in that deck.
Sure, yeah. I think now it's like, all right, signet, Talisman, ready to go.
Yeah, it's like if the deck wants one, it probably wants the other.
Just helps out. Like the non-green ones are obviously the best ones, but it just helps out a bunch of decks. It's super obvious. We're going to get too into it.
Yeah, you know why Talismans are good. You understand why 2 mana ramp is good in EDH.
Probably already playing them. Number 5 though, no one's playing this card until the set comes out. Mirrodin Besieged. 2 and a blue for an enchantment. When it enters, you choose Mirrodin or Phyrexian. If you chose Mirrodin, whenever you cast an artifact spell, you make a 1/1 artifact mirrored creature token. But if you chose Phyrexian, at your end step, you draw a discard. And then if you have 15 artifacts in your graveyard, target player loses the game.
I think this is just strong.
Because it kills people? Yeah, it seems pretty strong.
If you have an artifact-based deck that's playing blue, which most of them are, I think you really want this card. Just a way to just kill people, like just later in the game. And also, it's 3 mana. It's not this huge mana investment.
No.
You put it out on the battlefield. It's on your end step. So it needs to be answered right away.
Or they have to counter it or bounce it or something.
Or get rid of your graveyard. Like, they have to do something. And it's not even like it's no value.
Still draw a discard.
Yeah, it's still a looting effect. It still lets you find what you're looking for.
This card is really strong. In artifact decks.
It's probably, the main reason it's not higher is because it is just an artifact card.
You either want to be a self-mill deck with like 25 artifacts, or you want to have like 35 artifacts.
If it's really well, like Shroom, right?
Shroom's probably pretty good in her.
Yeah, that fits really well in that type
Urza
of deck.
decks. It'll be good in Urza.
Yep, it will be good. This card is just really cool. Fun fact, this is the 11th card named after a set. The other ones are Apocalypse, Conflux, Future Sight, Onslaught, Planar Chaos, Prophecy, Time Spiral, Torment, and Visions.
And Weatherlight.
Is Weatherlight one? Is it called Weatherlight?
It's Weatherlight.
I thought it was the Weatherlight.
No. It's literally called Weatherlight.
Okay.
Enough said. Number 4 is a video that we just put out. Yawgmoth Thran Physician.
Yep, Yawgmoth Thran Physician. He is 2 black for a 2/4.
Yep.
Pay 1 life, sacrifice a creature, put a -1 counter on target, up to 1 target creature, draw a card. Black, discard a card, proliferate.
Oh, and you can totally target himself, right?
He can't because he has protection from humans.
Protection from humans, which you skipped the best part of that card.
I did skip protection.
Yeah, this guy is absolutely insane.
Yep, he's
powerhouse. He's good in sack outlet decks, good in his own commander deck, goes well with like Nest of Scarabs, as you'll see in our video.
He gets along really well with Machias.
Yep. Any Undying shenanigans.
Yep, because you can put negative counters onto a creature with a +1 counter, cancel out those counters, sacrifice it again, it has Undying.
Yeah, this guy's like a tank. He's such a powerhouse. He's so good.
He's super good. And I know what you're thinking. This man's a powerhouse. How is he not higher?
I think the next 3 just either go in more decks, are more useful, or just like, I mean, in terms of our number 3, I think number 3 might even be better.
Just powerful.
Number 3 is Strunk.
Wow. So we have Echo of Eons, which is 4 blue for Time Twister? For Time Twister.
I mean, is there any upside though? It's just kind of bad. Bad Time Twister?
No, it's not just bad Time Twister. It has flashback for 2 and a blue, which is exactly Time Twister.
That is exactly. This card is nuts.
This card is nuts. Time Twister is an insane magic card. Taking your hand, taking your graveyard, shuffling it in. Everyone's doing this.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You have like Narset Parter Veils or like Notion Thief or some other nonsense. They're not doing it.
Those combos will win you the game.
Right. Also, mind you, this doesn't shuffle itself in. It just, once the spell finishes resolving, then it goes to your graveyard. So you shuffle everything in, then this is your only card in your graveyard.
Yep, and your only card in your graveyard is a 3-mana flashback spell.
That's like if you have 9 mana and you're just trying to dig, you get to draw 14 cards. What the heck? This card's insane.
The card is super strong. It's obviously we've known for a long time Time Twister was a strong card.
We have known. It is like $3,000.
And getting a more expensive version that gives you
it's perfect for EDH.
That gives you a nice discard. Yeah, that gives you not discard, but gives you a nice flashback for literal Time Twister.
Oh man,
it's strong. This card
is gonna be exciting.
This is exciting. This card is a lot to boo around. You can do a lot with this card.
And I mean, probably maybe CDH would love this. I can't imagine they wouldn't.
Oh, I think CDH loves this card. I don't
know that much.
It's
so good with like Lion's Eye Diamond and all that stuff.
Yeah, LED. Yeah, pretty good.
So that was our last spell, which means the next 2 slots are lands. But they probably know like which lands it is. But I bet they don't know which ones are number 1. Why don't you be our number 2?
Number 2 are the Horizon land cycle. Let's read their names.
Yeah.
Silent Clearing, Sunbaked Canyon, Waterlogged Grove, Nurturing Peatland, Fiery Islet. So what these do is a tap, you pay 1 life, and you get a whatever one of the 2 colors.
In this case, it's the enemy colors. So
red
or white,
colors.
Blue or green, black or green, red or blue, black or white.
Yep. So you get one of those 2 colors, or you can pay 1, sacrifice it, and draw a card, which is it's so strong.
It's the Mind Stone of lands. Everyone loves Mind Stone. Mind Stone is great because if you need to, you really don't want to crack it to draw a card because you just want the ramp. But if you need to, draw a card.
Yep.
Help get yourself out of sticky situations. This is the same thing, but it's a freaking land.
It's a land, and you're gonna want to run like
all of the ones you can. The life loss does not matter. I'll tell you right now.
Life loss becomes irrelevant in EDH to a point, and it's
at least in increments of 1. Ancient Tomb can hurt. This is 1. It does not matter.
Yeah. So you have 40 life to work with, and I mean, I guess if you're playing at a table with all aggro decks, you'd be in trouble.
No, you wouldn't. Aggro's bad.
I guess that's true because you play 1 board wipe and you win the game.
Yeah.
If you're playing against 3 aggro decks, that's true. So the life loss doesn't matter. You're gonna want to play a lot of these.
I think they're very strong.
You want to shove them in your decks. I'm gonna put them in all the decks they fit in. I can't imagine I don't want them.
No, I'm gonna stockpile as many of these cards as I can possibly find.
Yes, and along with we're gonna stockpile these lands and as many of this next one as we can get.
Number 1, the best card in the whole set for EDH. It's Prismatic Vista. I don't think it's even that close.
Yeah, I think it's close with the Horizon lands. I think it is close.
I don't, but we can disagree about that. But this card is definitely number 1. It is insane. It goes in every deck, right? It's any deck that has Terramorphic Expanse, and you can afford this. You just this is just perfect. It's the fetch land, 2 landfall triggers instead of 1. Strict upgrade from basic, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
any landfall deck, any deck that cares about cards in the graveyard, any deck that cares about. There's so many incremental advantages. If you have 1 Tireless Tracker in your whole deck, and that's the only thing that cares, this is better than a basic.
Yep, that's all there is to it. And if you have anything that cares about lands in the graveyard, like you said,
yeah, any delve spells, any it thins your deck too, which is not nothing.
It also shuffles your deck.
Your deck too.
The thing is, so let's just here's what we're saying. Yeah. Fetch lands are insane.
Fetch lands are insane.
That's all there is.
This one gets a basic. 11th fetch land.
Oh yes, turns out fetch lands are insane, and even when you nerf it down to just basics, they're still insane.
There's just this incremental action where if your deck has 10 fetch lands in it versus 0, you will know the difference.
Hot take: ban fetch lands in Modern.
Ooh, I'm down. Just saying. But
so,
this is a commander video.
This is a commander video. That was just a hot take. That was just nitpicking nerds. Ooh. That's our list.
Hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I had a lot of fun making it. This set looks really sweet. It's definitely Commander Masters and not Modern Horizons.
There's some modern cards in here.
There's like 2.
There's like 2 or 3 modern cards in here. That might affect for
There's like 2 or 3 modern cards in Modern Horizons. There's like 25,000 Commander cards.
Oh yeah, there's so many good.
Anyway, we want to know what you think. We want to know what you think the best card is, and what our most egregious inclusion or exclusion was.
Yeah, I love hearing what our biggest.
Yeah, give us a 3-pronged comment. What is your favorite egregious exclusion, egregious inclusion?
And you can tell BZ how wrong he was about Bolas's Citadel on our last list.
I was mildly underrating it. The card is good.
Yeah, it should have been at least 5 or 6 spots higher.
Like 2 or 3 higher.
At least
I don't remember what we put above it.
We put it at 8.
It's fine.
It should not have been 8. special shout outs to our 11 patrons.
11 patrons.
11.
An absurd amount of patrons. We love you guys so much. Like, seriously, thank you. And if you're like, well, I wanted to thank me, well, you can become a patron. You just go to patreon.com, look up the Nitpicking Nerds, and you'll find our amazing patrons, and you can join them.
And you can join them because you want to make this card more oversized, more ridiculous, more silly. I think the next step, I was thinking, if we have to go, we have to widen it out over us here.
I was gonna say the card starts looping, like it's like a snake.
I just wanted it to I was thinking like an extension over here, like a card that goes down and then gets wider.
Yeah, if you want to force us to make that decision.
If you want to force us to make a weird decision, head over to patreon.com.
That was our list.
Peace out, Trap Scout.
We're done.